Right behind me is a brand new tiny house I just built, and today I wanted to show it to you. And the home has extremely large backyard where we were able to design the accessory dwelling unit. The shape of the building was very limited because we had boundaries of the trees. The minimum setback between the main house and the new proposed building is 7 feet, and we used every bit of that. We had 2 major hurricanes that came later down this year. This oak tree is a 100-year-old oak tree that sits on the neighbor's property, and it fell that direction. It actually fell on all of his property. As we enter the inside, the biggest expense was the window and doors. The grand total of this house as of right now is $1,000. So let's dive deep into the numbers and the process, why we chose this location, how long it took, how we hired the architects, contractors, shell builders, how much we spent on labor, on materials, and everything else, and what it really took for us to build this house and the mistakes we made. My name is Lucas Vanagaitis. I am a licensed real estate agent and local developer here in St. Pete, Florida, and I am on a mission to take abandoned and vacant houses and flip them over for nice, remodeled, affordable luxury houses for the first-time home buyers. In this channel, I am documenting my journey, and I want you to be a part of it. So we purchased this property in early 2024. We chose this location because of its lot. The main house sits in the front of the lot. It's 1,200 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And the home has extremely large backyard where we were able to design the accessory dwelling unit. City of St. Petersburg allows up to 45% accessory dwelling structure of the main house. So if my main house was 1,000 square feet, I can build up to 450 square feet accessory dwelling structure in the back. And that's exactly what we did in this property. This home is 469 square feet. It's a studio layout. We didn't divide it into the bedrooms because we chose to have one big open floor plan. The concept is that the main house pays for the loan, and this accessory suite just does the pure cash flow. While we were remodeling the main house, we were actively working with the architect to design this house in a back. The whole process took us about 12 months to complete, and we started with a topographical survey because we had to identify the trees that are located on the property. So as you see, we have the oak tree and 2 pine trees, which are protected by the city of St. Pete. These trees, they have to have a protected radius, meaning that you cannot build a house within 20 feet radius from its core center. The survey took about 4 weeks to complete, and meanwhile we were working on preliminary designs with the architect, designing the structure. The shape of the building was very limited because we had boundaries of the trees, and we had a minimum setback from the main house, which was 5 feet, and we were just like cramped into the shape in the lot, the buildable area of the lot, which was about like 12 feet wide by 40 feet long, and that determined the layout, the outline, the perimeter of the proposed building. So we had a lot of limitations by the lot and existing conditions, such as protected trees. The minimum setback between the main house and the new proposed building is 7 feet, and we used every bit of that. The city fees were about $2,000, and after we paid those fees, we went back and forth between the architect and the building department because both parties had comments and corrections. Once we cleared up all of the city obstacles, we had our approved set of plans in hand. We posted the permit on site, and we went on a mission to find a shell builder who could put the building shell together on this location. We received 4 different quotes from 4 different shell contractors, and we chose the cheapest one for $50,000. That gave us the labor and materials to pour the foundation, put the walls together, and put the roof on. That gave us a good skeleton to continue the work on, as we already have that knowledge how to do so. Before the shell contractor poured the foundation, we had to hire the plumber to do all of the underground plumbing. The total plumbing cost for this job was $12,000. At this point, we spent $10,000 between the survey, the architect, and the city fees. We spent $50,000 for the shell contractor, so we're already $60,000 into the project. We also spent $12,000 for the plumber, total of $72,000. And now the work begins inside. So why don't we come take a look inside and continue the conversation about the numbers. As we enter the inside, the biggest expense was the window and doors. We spent $12,000 for windows and doors, putting us at a total of $84,000 without the installation. Then we had to put all new electrical system, which was about $5,000. We had to polish the concrete floors, $2,500. We had to put insulation, $2,500. We actually did a spray foam insulation to fully seal the house. Then we had to do the drywall, $5,000. That included texture and paint, baseboard and other finishes, labor and material to finish this house, including all of the door, window installation, bathroom, all of the trim and all of the little details was another $35,000. Do you like these sliding barn doors? Yes! Yes! I do too. I found them on Marketplace for $150. That's included in the $30,000 that I previously mentioned. The grand total of this house as of right now is $134,000. We're estimating another $6,000 to fully finish this new construction tiny house, and that's going to include finishing up the fence. We have some hurricane debris damage to clean up and close out the permits, finish the little details all throughout the house. It's still missing some electrical plates, it still needs a few touches and adjustments, it's still missing the backsplash. This home is designed with 3 main spaces. So we have the spa zone right there, we have the bedroom space, we have big open arch, and we have the living/kitchen space in the east side of the house. The couch, the dining table/workstation combo, and we have the retro looking commercial grade kitchen. We have the nice shaker soft closing cabinetry. I love these cabinets. You can smash them in, they just like grab it slowly and smoothly. We picked this 24-inch commercial grade stove. I absolutely adore it. It looks so cool. It goes extremely well with the glossy floors, which was also one of the well thought through decisions that we did to make this house as bright as possible, because all of the natural light that comes in through the windows is being reflected from the floors that are glossy and that are polished. So this is not actual polished floors. We actually did a coating. They have the 10-year warranty, but they say it lasts longer and it provides additional gloss and shine finish. We also have our standard retro fridge. We have additional cabinetry right here, and we have open floor plan all the way to the spa zone in the back. So to summarize, the major mistakes is the height of the ceilings, the height of the doors, the size of the windows, and also the number of the windows. I would definitely reduce the number of windows in this house. You just don't need these many windows, and you can still make it look good, well thought through, and affordable at the same time. So even though we spent a lot of time designing this place and we put a lot of thought in how the light travels and its polished floors so it looks good and all of the small design details, we definitely overspent money on overkilling on renovations, for sure. Same thing with the hydropower ceilings. Sure, they look cool, but they're crazy tall. They're 10 feet tall, whereas the standard size is 8 feet, which is more than enough for affordable housing. That meets the code, that's just fine, and we didn't need to go all in on all of these finishes, such as custom windows, custom doors, plus 10-foot ceilings. So we didn't catch on these details while throughout designing the architectural package to put this building together. A home like this could be rented for $1,800. On a $140,000 investment, this home could get paid off in 77 months, which is just 6.5 years. So when we located the location of the proposed building on the site, we realized that we have this huge oak tree branches going right over the roof of the proposed house. At that time, this was just nothing but a plain lot, and we brought a landscaper and we wanted to trim down all of the major tree branches that went over the proposed location. We trimmed them down, and that happened to be the best decision that we made. Even though we spent $2,000 trimming this tree down, we had two major hurricanes that came later down this year, and it definitely caused some damage with the other tree that was not trimmed down. It actually ripped it all out and it fell on the neighbor's fence. And here we spent the money, but it definitely saved us from the hurricane damage. This oak tree is a 100-year-old oak tree that sits on the neighbor's property, and it fell that direction. It actually fell on all of these power lines that actually prevented the tree to smashing the neighbor's fence. How lucky we are that this tree turned that direction and not the direction on our tiny house. This tree would have smashed our wood construction house like a pancake. We're in the process of clearing it up because it's our responsibility to clean up our property so it's accessible. We're in the process. I'm hoping the city will pick up this tree debris and that the neighbor will take care of the rest so this big oak tree doesn't fall back on us again. Anyways, we're gonna clean it up, and guys, don't forget, like and subscribe if you like our content, and see you in the next video.